Howdy, folks, and welcome to Black Hat Bitcoin. I appreciate you being here. So, last year I set out to learn everything I could about cryptocurrency, crypto, DeFi, NFTs, like this whole space. And what I learned very quickly was that there wasn't really much to it, that Bitcoin was not only distinct, but sort of the only thing that really mattered. And the more I learned, the more I would share with family and friends. And what I found very quickly in doing so is that it's very easy to bore people. Most people aren't that interested. A handful might sort of be intrigued and willing to buy or at least look into buying some Bitcoin. But most people just sort of listen politely or impolitely and go about their day. And so what I realized was for all of the unbelievable podcasts and resources and newsletters out there that pertain to Bitcoin, there aren't a whole lot of resources available to people who aren't really interested, but know they sort of need to know a little bit about it. So the options feel like you either need to dive down the rabbit hole, even in terms of, like Looking Glass Education, which is an awesome platform, or Sailor.org, I think it is. Some of these newsletters are brief and helpful, but you sort of have to dive down deep into the rabbit hole to understand what they mean. I created Black Hat Bitcoin because I wanted a newsletter video resource that was really intended to be brief, simplified snippets of what Bitcoin is, why it's important, how it works, those sorts of things. I'm still very much learning myself. I'm only a year into my Bitcoin journey, but hopefully I can just bring sort of a level of clarity to folks who are more mainstream. So you think about your uncle or your cousin or your friend who just hasn't quite got on board the Bitcoin train yet. This might be a resource for them that just helps to put into simpler terms what it is and why it matters in some very practical ways. So I would appreciate you subscribing to this channel, checking out the newsletter, my Substack newsletter. I'll link to that, and joining me for this journey. Thank you, and here's to more Bitcoin learning in the future.